Welcome to Student Connections. Our students connecting with our community.
Hello and welcome to M6. I'm Maddy Blum, and today here I have with me my dad discussing his personal business, Simply Defense. Thanks for coming in, Mr. Blum.
You're welcome, Madeline.
How did you start your business?
Well, we started our business back around 2001. Obviously, Simply Defense is a company that we go around the country teaching defensemen. That was our original thought. We started back in 2001, actually out of Tim Hortons. I met a partner. Technically, he's my consultant. It was something I've done my whole life. I played hockey. I started doing camps when I was 15 years old. Got to a point in my life where I needed to do something, and that's how we came up with Simply Defense. It was over a coffee shop. It's just like goaltending. Defensemen it's a specific skill. Talking with Mike, we decided this would be a good time, and we started back right around 2001.
What year did you decide to begin?
Right Christmas 2001. I knew I was going to have this beautiful daughter coming up, so I figured I needed to start a business on my own so I could be my own boss.
Have you made any new changes since then?
Yes, I mean, we've been very smart in how we've done it. Originally, like I said, it was going to be specifically for defensemen. We started very small, just around here in Michigan. We started with just 2-day Christmas camps. Summer of 2002 came. We did the summer 4-day camps in the summer. Basically, our camp is we do a 40-minute classroom session, 2 hours on the ice. And then after doing about a year and a half of just defensemen, went out to do a team practice, and the players were like, you have Simply Defense, what about Simply Offense? So the light bulb had come on with that, and we had tried a couple different things with forwards, and we eventually settled on doing what we called strictly shooting. So it's basically just a shooting camp. Pretty much we just do those 2 days a week at Christmas time. Those are more clinics than they are camps. And we do some 4-day camps with that too.
Are you going to make any upcoming changes soon?
We've definitely expanded since 2010. Like I said, each year we've built little by little. We're in Minnesota now. We're in Pennsylvania now. We're in Connecticut. We are in big in Chicago area now, Wisconsin. We look to start expanding south. The changes that we do make are what we did with our shooting camp. We did go back to a 4-day summer shooting camp along with our defense camp. And what that allows is, with the way the defense is set up, is it's only 2 hours. So you do the 40-minute classroom session, you're on ice 10 to 12, and then the shooting camp's set up the same way. You do a 40-minute classroom session, and then you're on the ice for an hour and a half. And what that allows students that are looking for the full-day camp, it allows them to have the full-day camp experience, even though each camp is separate. And each camp is technically a half-day camp.
So who are these camps developed for?
All players. I mean, we've had everything from 7-year-olds would get in the summertime to adults. I mean, a couple of years ago in Chicago, I think the man that came to us, he must have been about 60 years old. He came to our defense camp. We get very few adults. We'll probably get maybe 2 to 3 a year, but mainly for the ages that we're seeing are 10, 11, 12-year-olds, and that's still in that huge development stage.
So these camps are 4 days long. What kind of activities are included throughout the 4 days?
Just hockey, no. Like I said, we do 40-minute classroom session, where basically what it is a progression of what we're doing on the ice with the defense camp. It's a 4-day progression. Obviously, with today's game changing, defensemen have to be good skaters, so we spend a lot of time on skating, breakout passing, everything with playing the position of defense, because it is a very special position. It's, in my opinion, beside goaltenders, it's probably the toughest position. And again, looking back to why we started this is, as a coach, and I've coached for many years, it's very hard for coaches who don't know the position, one, Two, they don't have enough time in practice to spend enough time specifically with the defensemen. And that was a conversation between Mike and I when we started in 2001, is we need to do something specifically for defensemen. And again, it's been 15 years, and little by little we've been building and take pride in the fact we've developed a pretty good reputation. And we take very pride in the fact that we provide the one-on-one instruction that's needed. That's a lot of the feedback that we get. So, like, actually a great story, and I don't want to get off your topic here, was a few years back, we really preach about protecting the house. And that's the area of the ice that's kind of in front of the net. And if you were to draw it up on a board, it looks like a house. And I draw the front door when I'm talking to the kids in the classroom and everything. And I got an email after the camp and said, "Dear Jeff, I just want to thank you. You know, my son's come the last 2 years, and last year I took him to 3 tryouts for all 3 travel teams. He was cut." He says, "This year he came back to your camp, and again, I took him out to all 3 travel teams. And not only did he make 1, he made all 3. And you kept preaching to him, protect the house, protect the house, protect the house. Well, I'm going to tell you, he's not letting anybody in the neighborhood." And I thought that was one of the greatest testimonies or compliments that we've ever received.
So what kind of ages do you accept in your camps? And are girls allowed to do it too?
Well, absolutely, girls are allowed. I mean, girls hockey is big, you know, especially here in Michigan, and there's a lot of opportunities for girls, and you have the girls playing with the boys. We don't do girls specific, but we do have girls, and the ages, like I said, we take everything probably minimum 7 years old. The biggest thing with our camps is that it's not a beginner camp. So if you think you're coming there to learn how to skate, you have to know how to skate before you get there, especially backwards, because with defense, everything is just, it's backwards. We're doing everything already. So you already have to have that foundation, and then we look to improve your foundation, make you better, teach you how to skate backwards for playing the position of defense.
Do you have any upcoming camps soon?
We do. We actually started, one of the new things that you asked before is we started these workshops. So about every 2 weeks we run a workshop on Sundays. 2 weeks ago we ran one. It was just all one-on-ones, so one-on-ones for defensemen. This one coming up this Sunday is going to be just playing in your own zone, so playing in the defensive zone. And then in another 2 weeks, we'll go back to doing a one-on-one again and offensive defensemen. So how to join the offense, how to be part of the offense, how to create offense. And that's a skill, and again, for hockey fans out there that know in today's game with the rules that are changing, with the way the game's changing, the speed of the game, that the defensemen can't just play defense anymore. They have to be able to be part of the offense to be successful.
Is Simply Defense open throughout the year?
Yeah, we're open throughout the year. We do a lot of private stuff. As far as the camps go, we do them basically at Christmas time. Like I said, the new thing we started is doing workshops throughout the year. We just started this in Michigan. We're going to see if it's successful. If it's successful, we'll look to do it also in Illinois, look to do it out in Connecticut. You know, I don't know if we'll expand the workshops outside of that area, because I take pride in the fact of what my staff is, what our staff is, that I have to have the staff that I trust, that I know that are doing things the right way. It's just not about, you know, going out there and taking people's money, because there's a lot of camps out there today that's what they do. They're there just because they think they're going to make money. They think it's easy to make money running these camps, and that's not what we're about. We've never been about. We're about teaching the players. So I make sure our staff is guys that I can trust, guys that are teaching the right way, and making sure that whatever player comes to us, if you're 7 years old or 60 years old, you're walking out of there. If it's a one-day workshop, if it's a 2-day clinic, if it's a 4-day camp, you're walking out of there with at least learning one thing a day. And that's what we preach.
Do you and your partner plan on continuing with this program and growing with it?
You know, definitely. I mean, we've built every year, and we continue to do it. And, you know, you talk to a lot of people, and I've been very fortunate in my life that hockey was a game that I played since I was 3 years old. I was very fortunate to play in college. I was very fortunate to play professionally. I was very fortunate to coach junior. I was very fortunate to coach professionally, and it's something I've done my whole life. And to start a business 15 years ago that has allowed me to stay in the game and be my own boss and have time to do things with my kids and go watch them play golf and watch them play hockey and watch them grow up and allow for myself to be there. Again, I was fortunate any game I played, my father was always there. All the way up till when I played pro, and I want to do the same for my children and be there. And yeah, we continue to plan on doing it, and hopefully with the business in a few years, I can hand it off to your brother when he turns the right age, and he could take it over, and maybe then I can retire. But we'll see about that. So we hope it continue to grow, and it's definitely I've been very fortunate to be able to do that. So.
I surely do love having you come watch me golf, and I really do love hearing the fun stories about your business. Thanks for coming in today, Dad.
You're welcome, kid.
Be sure to join us next time on M6, your hometown station.